Doing? I hope you're having a good night. We're going to be starting off tonight with a scrimmage, a PUBG mobile scrimmage, where a bunch of different teams competing for a chance to win that cash prize pool. This is the last week of this month's scrimmage. Obviously, we're at October 30th. So yeah, we have these every week. You can compete every single week that we have these for your chance to win cash prize pools. We're actually going to do it a little differently going forward, but this time around, for this last match of the month, it is going to be an $80 prize pool for that winning team throughout the month. Now, if you have any questions on how this works, go to our Discord. Below in the description, you'll find the link, and in the About page if you're watching from Twitch, and on Omelet Arcade, you can find it on my profile. It's great to have all these different teams come in. You can see them in behind me going into the room right now. We still got roughly 8 minutes before we begin, but I do want to go over a few different things. Now, I'm going to change this song because I'm not a big fan of this one. This one seems a little bit better. But let me show you guys the team list, and you guys love to hear your thoughts on who you think is, if I can get the right one, who you think is going to win. All right, so let's see it. All right. We got Executioner's Blade, 4 Gamers, Straight At It Nepal, Kings of Chaos, C4, JCR, Circle of Silence, SYC, Legends, Stardom Unrested, Meeseeks Blue, Cherry Blossom, Over Champions, Random Squad, Kings of Chaos Blue, Devious 187, and we actually have another team also with High Ping Gaming that are going to be taking slot 21. So if you have a team that you think is going to win, keep me posted on that. Obviously, let me know in the chat. I am going to pick the team that I have seen many times before, and they got C4. Team slot 8 C4 is the team I think is going to win tonight's matches. If you think so, definitely spam that in the chat. If you think another team, as I said before, I want to hear it because I want to know who you guys are rooting for, who you guys think is the best team out there. A few teams to note, I think, actually, let me grab that. And I might be able to show you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you, but I can tell you for sure who's like on the top right now for the month. All right, so first place right now, and this is what I actually expected to, is 4 Gamers. They have a total of 312 points throughout the entirety of the month. So that's roughly already that is 4 days of games with, I guess that's what, 12 matches, 312 total points for them. Second place, which is really close, is Kings of Chaos with 293 points. So both of those teams are in the game, and we'll see exactly if any of those guys will take it. Next one down is Genome Gaming. They're in third place with 180 points. They're not going to be competing today, and honestly, they wouldn't have had a chance to win it regardless anyway. Circle of Silence is the next one, fourth down place with the 151, and then it goes down so on and so forth. So as I said before, 4 Gamers and Kings of Chaos are probably, statistically, I think, now that I'm mentioning it, the only teams that can possibly win the entirety of the prize pools. So I would definitely say if you're rooting for one of those teams, they're going to need it, because it is going to be a close call. There's only a 15-point difference, and that is so minuscule, it's going to go to the wire. So keep an eye on those 2 teams. And let me see exactly, because you guys can see right now what slots they have. So 4 Gamers has team slot 5, and Kings of Chaos team slot 7. All right, 5 and 7, those are definitely some notable lookouts. Other teams that are really good: Executioner's Blade, JCR, Circle of Silence, SYC. As I said, C4 I really like. Straight At Nepal is a newer team. We have seen them compete, I think, once before, maybe twice, but definitely once. So fairly of a rookie team there. Legends is another good team that has competed many times. Stardom, one of those teams that hasn't been playing in our events recently, but they have played in the past a few times, so I'm kind of excited to see them back into it. Meeseeks, pretty similar situation. They are in and out of our scrims every now and then, so I'm happy that they're here for this week. Cherry Blossom, I think I've only seen them play once before, but in a while ago, so interesting to see them back. Over Champions is a new squad. Random Squad's a new one as well. Kings of Chaos with a K, Blue. I don't think there's any affiliation with Kings of Chaos on team slot 7. but and I think is a new squad as well. Devious, we've seen them compete in the past, and 187 we've seen a while ago, like a long time ago, maybe a month ago, possibly more than that, is when the last time we saw 187s compete. So yeah, definitely a mixed bag here of teams that we've seen, teams that we have seen recently, or teams that we've seen in the way past. It's going to be interesting to see how they all kind of put themselves together. And as I said before, we also have High Ping Gaming on Team Slot 21. All right, so there's also a delay. Keep that in mind. I'm going to bring you guys back over to the studio. But yeah, so as I said before, there is a delay in this, a few minutes. So we want to make sure that any players that are competing, they have the chance to watch and enjoy what they're doing and what the other teams do, just like everybody else. But we also want to make sure there's a delay, so when they watch, it's not going to affect what they do in the game, right? It's already happened a while ago, and yeah, that's kind of the point. So if you are watching and you write anything down to me, definitely want you to do that. If you have advice or just saying hello, or questions that you want me to answer, definitely write that in the chat, because I want to be able to go back to you. But I will be getting back to you a little bit later than maybe what you're expecting from like a really live channel. So just keep that in mind, as I said, and I hope I can get back to you in a reasonable amount of time for you. Let me think. So we got, as you can see on the top, I think you guys can read that, it's 54 people into the room so far. We got roughly 2 minutes to go. I'm thinking we're gonna hit between 60 and 70, something like that. So definitely a smaller group, and that mostly has to do with the fact that is the way we set this up. It's more of like a series of scrims. It is a series of scrims. So if you're not like near the top, you're more likely to just leave this one and go with something else. And that's why we're going to be changing up our format for the Naked Riot. Instead of it doing a series, we're going to do individual scrims back to like what we did in the past. It's going to be $20 prize pool for each week. So it's not like you have to accrue points every week, you know, and do it that way. So if you compete in week 1, it has nothing to do with week 2. And every week you have a chance to win cash. That's what we're going to do in the future. So after this one, that's what we're going with. So throughout November and the foreseeable future, that's the idea. We also have COD mobile scrims. If you guys do COD as well, you guys can sign up for that. We'd love to have you. If you guys have any questions, again, let me know, and I will try to do my best to answer. I am going to get all my streams up now, because I think the delay time is perfect for me to grab it all. So I'm going to check that. Yes, it is. Close the player. There we go. And Junior, welcome to the stream, says 187 is gonna win. All right, good luck to 187. Again, a team that I haven't seen in a very long time, but I hope they've been keeping up their skills, practicing, and we'll see if they can take over from here on out. But it's an uphill battle, especially if you're going for the prize pool. That prize pool is pretty set between the two teams. But this is a good warm-up for going into future weeks, because as I said, it's going to be more available to get prize pools going forward. I got a new piece to my mic. Let me see what you guys see. Yeah, so I got a shock, what do they call it? A shock mount? Yeah, shock mount. So this thing like kind of goes up and down a bit, and it's like, it gives it so like if I hit the mic or anything like that, it should take the shock, you know, of the vibrations away. So like hitting my table, a little bit better than what it used to be. It used to be this like boom, boom, like a freaking slingy, I guess, or a huge vibration, whatever it is. So we fixed that hopefully, and I'm kind of excited to see how this sounds after the stream. But right now, let's take a look at the live scene. Go down to the floor. It's exactly 8 o'clock. You guys know what time it is. Time for some action. Good luck to all the teams competing. We got 55 people into the room, good amount. And as I said, I want you to know who you guys think is going to win. Now, 4 Gamers, a really solid team up there, and Kings of Chaos, another team. Both of those teams are going to have the best chance of winning. I don't know who's going to beat, honestly. 4Gamers is typically known for doing very well, especially on Miramar, so they may take a good starting position here. But it really is going to be up for grabs. There's only a 15-point difference between the two. That is pretty much nothing. And there's 3 matches to go for the month, and they're all tonight. So definitely get your popcorn, get your drinks. Stay tuned, because it's going to be a good one. So, looks like the stream's solid right now. Let's do it. A pretty northern side of the plane, definitely heading from the east to the west. And you can head to El Azahar, typically a place that gets a lot of people, but we only see one team going there this time around, so they're going to be pretty happy with the loot. Unless they wanted to get some action, then maybe they're not going to be too happy. But typically teams, what they want to do in this time period is to get that loot, kind of make sure they got their weapons right, their equipment right, maybe grab a car so they know what to do next rotation, and then go into a battle. Because, you know, as everyone knows, when you drop down and there's a team right next to you, panic starts to ensue, and it becomes a lot more about luck than it does about skill, because whoever grabs a gun first may have an upper hand there. So I do like the idea of being able to grab all your loot, and then go forward. And I think that's what most teams would love to do every single time, rather than try to battle for luck of the draw for guns. So Miramar is the biggest map of them all. You guys probably know that by now. And the fact that it is the biggest map and we have 55 people alive, which typically you can have as many as 100, you're probably going to see some good separation between the teams. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be automatic. We see 2 teams landing in one city right now, so we're going to take a look at that. This one's a Cherry Blossom team, one of the newer teams that we have seen, maybe a handful, maybe once or twice. I'm not even sure if it was just once, but we definitely have seen them at least once. And I know you guys hear that in the background. Sorry about that. That'll go away. It's just a glitch in spectate mode. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they haven't fixed it. This has been for like months now. But it only happens like, I don't know, maybe 1 every 3 times. The sound of the drop of someone parachuting down. So hopefully that'll go away soon. It's actually really loud. It's going to lower that for now, and then it'll cut out. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ. It was like super loud. Usually it isn't that loud. It is. It's like, it's noticeable, but that was like incredible. Anywho. Legends and Cherry Blossoms are here. We're going to switch it up to Team 5 because I do see Team 4 literally right next to him. And one of those teams is 4Gamers. Executioner's Blade is right across the way here. And this is another team that has a solid experience level compared to a lot of other teams here. So definitely a team to keep out. Maybe be able to upset 4Gamers. Because as I said in the beginning of this match, 4Gamers typically gets first place on this map. They are really good. They know the rotations, probably the best out of all teams on this particular map. They typically position themselves, especially near endgame, in a great spot. So definitely keep an eye on that. Base is staying low, and Feel Pain is definitely being cautious. Might have heard Basis in the past, maybe saw him dropping in, and you can already tell Feel Pain backs away from that. So I think both teams have a clue that they're there, but not quite going to go into a battle mode yet. Heading over to a different set of teams here, we got a mixed bag here. We got Pro DJ, Kronos, Trex, and Falcon. So definitely, as I said, a mixed bag. Maybe Meeseek's team, because I do see one player tagged with Meeseek's. But the other side is definitely C4. We got Fool Panda, Good Boy, and Sabawoon. This is a team I think is going to win it all. And I am always right if I was dreaming. I'm typically wrong. I don't usually pick the right team, so it might be a curse for me to pick C4, so I apologize ahead of time for C4, but they have to overcome a lot of odds now just because I picked them. Panda right there on the right, using an M16, is Falcon trying to hit his target but missing most of his shots. As Panda was moving to the right, it made it hard for him to scope in to get him quickly enough, and Panda went inside to get away. So that's definitely a good indicator for C4 to know where the enemies are, especially since C4 is really separated. The rest of C4 may be able to kind of figure out where the enemies are just because of their shots. They only shot a few times, and I think only one player did, so not necessarily enough to figure out where everyone is, but that's a good indicator to start, because it does seem like Team 14 is mostly crept together, especially Falcon and DJ. Trex is a little bit on the right side there, but pretty similar area between the three of those players. So it looks like a lot of C4 players are looking over. We still got 54 people. I don't think anyone died yet. Maybe one person has died. Heading over to Team 13 because there is a knocked player, and they might be pushing that to finish things up. There we go. All right, so SON. Yep, Prashant gets knocked out. I think that was thanks to Apollo. Fluffy on that backside seems to be backing away. I don't blame you for that. I think that makes a lot of sense. He has a VSS. You do want snipers in Miramar, but VSS is typically one of the, I would say, in my humble opinion, the worst sniper you want on Miramar. This one's meant for the more closer range than the rest of them, and you really just want something long range because of the open space on this map and the fact that there's not a lot of compounds to hide in. So you're typically dealing with those long range shots. It looks like he's able to back away. There's also a player back here. It looks like he's knocked. Yeah, so Nasty is knocked. He's in between. The team that got the knock probably is not going to let this happen. Nasty cannot get revived. You can see already. Ooh, no. This isn't good. As Anarchy is rotating to the left, he might have been able to see Fluffy at one point, but Fluffy notices him. He might be able to get it. Oh, he misses his shots. He really needed that knock. He really needs to figure out a new position. He cannot stay here. But there is not a lot of options. If he rotates down the hill, he will be spotted. If he rotates to the left, he will be spotted. I don't know, man. That was he really needed a knock there. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get it. And he's kind of stuck now. And I'm sure the rest of the team is going to be rotating over to figure it out. Anarchy gets knocked down. Now he can rotate to the right to get away, but he might actually feel more confident and start shooting to get a thirst to go for that kill. And Anarchy is losing a lot of health quickly. Pablo on that backside is probably trying to run as fast as he can. And you can see Dark Side as well. Or Dark Soul rotating to Anarchy as well, as having a hard time with the hills here, but probably will make it over in time. Fluffy's right there, actually, so he can't really go for it. Fluffy getting shot from multiple angles, and that is it. Anarchy will get revived just in time. And Stardom almost loses a player, but stays with it to get the revive. And as I said, they had the big advantage by getting pretty much 2 knocks in a row and not taking any damage for themselves. And that's a big reason why they were able to make, call it a mistake, but they were able to afford to get one player knocked when they're so far away, because the rest of the team just had to keep going forward. Tragic and the rest of his squad, Tragic Falcon, the rest of his squad, still has C4 in front, and this is going to be more of a standoff right now. Both teams utilizing this road as a middle ground. Kind of like the old days Civil War style battle, maybe even Revolutionary War style battle, where both enemies have their sides and nobody is creeping over to the other. Not yet anyway. I think the risk is just too big for both teams to kind of cut over. Typically the thought process here, for most teams anyway, is to get a knock first, and if they are able to, maybe they creep over again. Some teams like to wait for 2 knocks in a row, but that might not come around if you're not aggressive enough. So we'll see what both of these teams do, but I think for the most part, we're waiting to see one team make a mistake, the other team take advantage, get a knock, and then a push. Outside of that, I'm looking around to make sure we're not missing anything else. I think we're pretty good, though. Team 20 is in a car along with KC, with 2 of their players at least getting knocked. Actually, Team 15. A lot of players next to each other. Legends really huddling around inside that 3-story building. And the rest of Cherry Blossoms are around in different angles here. I do like Cherry Blossom's angles. There are a lot of windows in that building that might lend, maybe help out Cherry Blossoms get a knock through those windows, because they have so many different angles they can look into it from. I think Cherry Pie, is that how you say it? Cherry Pie? Yeah, Cherry Pie needs to probably go down to the second floors so he can get a more linear view through the windows, possibly get an angle that way to get a kill. But right now he's just utilizing his advantage of height, hoping for somebody to come out maybe to the roof or to the balcony. Thank you for joining in. It's on Mars and everyone else who's watching from Twitch and YouTube. If you do enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. That would be huge on YouTube. And leave a follow on Twitch and Omelette Arcade. That would be great. Only if you enjoy, though. If you don't, then hell. Hell with it. You don't have to do a damn thing. Good boy is knocked on that right side. As I said before, we're waiting to see a push from one team. And it looks like they were trying to push. Over here on the right, Sabawoon getting hit pretty badly, trying to hit Trex, but taking a lot of damage in that process, and Trex gets knocked down. C4 Fool is still inside the building, and he sees 3 of his teammates either knocked or killed, so he's pretty much the only last remaining player. Sabawoon is still alive, so if he's able to get these kills, it would work to get that revive, but it is going to be a tough call. C4 Fool needs to make some magic happen right now. And I hear a car behind. That is another player from Team 14. Another enemy to watch out for as far as Fool is concerned. There he is right there. And Fool trying to hit him with the AK. Gets hit once pretty much. And getting hit on the side as well. Drops down to prone position. And he's going to get jump shot down as Kronos gets the remaining kill. Good work for Team 14. I think it worked into their best advantage. This is the team that was on this side of the road to begin with. So it appeared to me that C4 possibly got a knock and a kill on Pro DJ. They pushed, but they weren't able to continue much farther as the rest of the team was there to hold them down. And as a 3-person team going up what appeared to be a 4-person team, that worked. They did a great job. So good luck to them going forward in this one. And they're going to have all of that city to themselves. Back over to the 2 teams that are on top of each other that we saw in the past, Legends and Cherry Blossoms. It is still a standoff, and you can see here how far away they're willing to get to grab a better angle, and that's where Cherry alone is. He is so far away from his teammates that could be a problem in the long run, but right now nobody I was gonna say nobody's pushing, but I do think no, never mind. I thought we were gonna see maybe more of a push. Let's kind of figure it out by flying over here, because I thought there was gonna be someone even closer. Cherry Planet is on that left side. Alone creep back into the main area of the battle here. Shots fired across. Gets a knock on the right side on DR. And Doctor needs a revive. Shots fired toward Alone, I believe, as he rotates closer and closer. He's up in personal. So is Lifts. And he gets a knock on AJ. Things are just breaking down for Team Legends. And we might see JS try to hop this one. He's having a hard time doing it. And now they are creeping up all the way. SR gets knocked down. JS is next on that list. And I think we have one person here. Yes, we do. As everybody is here to shoot against him. And he has no available option other than to knock down Lift, I guess. But other than that, everybody else on Cherry Blossom just destroyed him. So there you go. Squad wipe for sure. As I said before, we're pretty much waiting for somebody to get knocked. And then they push forward. That is a typical strategy a lot of teams take, especially when they're right next to the building that they're shooting against. They'll push right after a knock, because everything kind of cascades down after things break down. Not able to have 4 people continue to look. One has to get the revive. Then it's pretty much a 2v4 in that particular push scenario, and that is difficult for a team to hold on to. So here's 187. We have one of the people on stream voting for 187 to win. We have Rithmind, I believe that's how you pronounce that, Clown, Junie, and Trick on the team. I guess Trick now, part of 187, definitely was a part of the Woo. I hear shots in the distance, and it is from KC Kurama. You can see here Trick looking across, not able to see him quite well enough. And he might be moving these vehicles away, so making sure that they have a viable option out and not have these explode on them. They have 3 vehicles, which is typically what you'd want, I think, in a game. I think 2 is my optimal, actually, but more is not necessarily worse, because this map requires a vehicle. If you don't have one, you're going to be stuck in the open a lot and going to get shot at. Like Trex, though. Trex is able to drive off quickly, and that's part of the reason you want a vehicle. So in case you put yourself in a position of weakness there, you can be able to drive away as fast. And this is probably one of the best vehicles to do it. It's a fast one, but he is taking a lot of damage. You can see this car can only last for so much longer. It is continuing to get hit, and he is surprisingly continuing to drive in the open with it. I think just because he has distance now and a little bit of hill too, that's what's keeping him alive in that one. So I want to see. Oh, Kronos gets knocked down thanks to KC. And you can see a big push. A grenade finishes him up. Just put a cherry on top of that one from Jay from Kings of Chaos. One of the teams, as I said before, has a great chance of winning that $80 prize pool. I'm pretty excited to see if they can do it. Same thing for 4Gamers. Both teams right nose to nose, neck to neck to kind of finish the series up in first place. 4x scope on an M4. Clown trying to get some angles on the enemies at long distance. It is possible. If you can handle that recoil, using a 4x scope on an M4 could be perfect. But only if you can handle it. Same thing goes for Trick here, as he has a 4x on an M4 as well. A lot of people, what they'll do to handle the recoil better is use a gyro, which allows them to move around their angle their phone or their tablet to handle the recoil, as well as moving their fingers across down, as recoil typically pushes the gun up. So we still got long range. I hear a VSS still going off. I said before, VSS is typically not the weapon of choice on this map, but it's better than no sniper in my opinion. So take it or leave it pretty much is your options here. Will you turn? So far, holding the fort. And on this map, there's not a lot of compounds necessarily, but there's enough for this amount of teams. We got 40 people still alive. The circle's still pretty big, so everyone's kind of holding their position. I don't think, even if they get a knock, I don't think any team is going to push. There's really, you'd have to really get at least 2, and maybe some teams wouldn't feel comfortable. They might actually wait to get 3. Or just not move at all. Just make it a thing where they're just going to stay until the zone shifts them out. So we got Trick here, still with 187, looking at Executioner's Blade. There's Feel Pain in the background on the right side. I think he hears the shots from that left, and he's looking across trying to figure it out. But he's looking at multiple buildings thinking, where the hell are they peeking? And so here's Iconic Hitman YouTube. He's looking up top, but I don't see anybody there on the mini-map anyway either. Or any tags up top. So the zone has shifted away. Team 10 is going to be driving. They're actually already on the move. And you know where they're headed to, at least next zone. Maybe they're going to stop early to grab some loot too. That is a possibility. But typically what you want to do, especially on this map, is to try to get ahead of the game and grab the buildings that are already in play. Now there's a few that have already been taken that are in the next zone. But you want to make sure you put your odds to the best, and as long as you don't need loot anymore, go for the next place and find your spot. You can see everyone's kind of cascading now, especially people in their vehicles. The people who already have zone, they're not shifting at all. They're already staying put. Team 15, Cherry Blossoms, they're staying put here, and there's the shots going across the way. It looks like Lift might have taken some hits. And you can see here he's reloading, and he will be healing using an energy drink that should boost up his health slowly but surely. Mara, thank you for joining in. Appreciate you being here. Says, hey, hello. Alright, we got VY Porky. Looking across at every other angle, but I do think they already know that Team 15's there. They already took shots at Lift, so there's no doubt in my mind that they have some people focused on that. Here's Pi. Why is it loading? Sorry about that. I don't know why it's doing that. Internet's good. That's weird. Okay, well, we're back. Well, we've always been there, but I don't know why that loading screen came up. I think we're solid, though. KC, we'll take a look at you guys. Again, this is King of Gamers, one of the top teams in the game for this series. And it looks like Romero took a big hit there. And it's going to be bandaging up. Possibly caused by Team 5-4 Gamers. Between these two teams is pretty much going to be the battle for first place. Let me lower this down. That should do. Looks like Jay's shooting to the left as well. Yeah, long-range shots continuing to take effect. Romero just continuing to heal. We saw him bandaging up, so that should take a little bit of time for him to get back to 100%. Take a look at Team 5, because Team 19 is apparently cutting up to them. And we might see, this is the other Kings of Chaos team, and one gets knocked. Siraj already down. Shadow at the bus. Looks like he just backs away from that, utilizing the hills to pick up Siraj. So that's King of Chaos Blues. I don't think has any correlation with Kings of Chaos that we've seen in the past, as their chaos is spelled with a K rather than a CH. On the other end, we'll take a look at who they are. We got Trouble, Cusco, Cherry, and Knockout. And they are not afraid to push, especially at this team that has been so successful, not only in general in our events, but... Ooh, Grenade comes in and gets 2 from 4 Gamers. They also were able to respond to get a knock, but will they... Is that enough? Is that going to be enough? Knockout trying to hang on, but gets killed. That's an instant as well. And 4 Gamers will survive with one of them being knocked. Huge move for 4 Gamers during that initial nade across the way. And KOK could not withstand it as they lost 2 people just from one nade. Amazing work for 4G. It looks like, unfortunately, 4G has their... Ooh, Siraj gets knocked. Yeah, they have a lot on their hands right now. They constantly are getting knocked. Luckily, none of them are dead yet, though. Shadow, though, losing a lot of health as he is knocked right now. Shadow needs a quick revive from Kawia and gets taken down from Romero from Kings of Chaos, the other Kings of Chaos team I was talking about, the one that has a great chance of getting first. So that's a huge move for KC. That one kill, even though I'll give them 1 point on the scoreboard, that's huge to make sure that 4 Gamers are going to have an exceptionally hard time getting first place in this match. We got Jay. They have multiple vehicles on their side, so they can rotate whenever they'd like. I think they're just going to stay here for the moment, but they do need to think about where to next, as the zone will shift in roughly 40 seconds. Team 20 in the middle of zone between a lot of different teams, but it looks like a lot of the other teams are focused on other places. And there you go, Woo U-turn gets knocked down by ZE. There's COS, Circles of Silence, just a little bit over. Ego is hurt badly back there. Toffee might be seen. This hard angle here, but he might get hit. He's waiting for the right timing. This is a sliver in the window. I really want to see if this works out. I'm willing to hold on, man. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, he's so close to him. He's looking back and forth. Ego popped up his head too. Almost hit him as he jumped up. Oh, man. You're really taking my patience, man. I really want you to do something nice there. And he was so close with that shot as he jumped. Cherry Blossoms. Pretty separated. You can see on the minimap where they all are. 2 of them are right here, but the other 2 are way in a different spot. And it looks like Cherry alone trying to get the hits here, shooting across every now and then with that AK. The AK surprisingly well in the range category, which means that the bullet, even though it travels a long way, it will do this pretty similar amount of damage as it does up close. But the recoil on the AK makes it tough to rapidly fire as if you're trying to use it as a sniper. So a lot, look at this zone shift. Oh, that is going to be rough, as there's not a lot of places to take anymore in that next zone. Pretty much Team 21 HP has already grabbed it, and they haven't been in battles either. I think they've just been on the outside saying thank you to the PUBG Mobile gods for giving us this great position. Pablo starting to get hit. He's trying to use this rock for coverage. Seems to be working, as his head apparently is not peeking over to get sniped on. Looking over to lift, we got Cherry Blossoms, and they are shooting back over. Now, none of these teams are in zone. Team 15's right next to it, so they might be able to just creep over a little bit, but that house will no longer be in that they have. So I'm not sure what the play is. Maybe they can push in farther. There are a few hills they can utilize as they go into next zone. You can see one in front of us right now. So I don't think it's going to be too hard for them to get into zone, but it's a matter of what you're going to do when you get there. Do you have a position of defense to utilize to protect yourself? You see Trick pushing along, gets hit every now and then. Oh, did he just get ran over? He got shot. I think he got shot. Yes, he did. He got shot down, as Clown is now rotating down to the right. There is an enemy on his right side. I don't know if he realized that or not. And he's looking down to see if he can get it, but he's in trouble. Whoever that knocked person is below him, he's alone down there. And I can't even look down to see him. He's so far down. But it does seem like that's the case. You can see Draco going towards zone. He's got the whole hill on his right for protection. So this could work out as just a means to get into zone. And he might actually even get Pi knocked out to get that kill. I don't think he caused the kill, but he might be able to steal one. There's Lift, by the way. Lift has enemies. A grenade cuts around, but Swift avoids any damage from it. He sees him, he hits him. He's got the MK as well, but he couldn't do a second time around. Maybe he hit the reload button. He might have needed to because it's an MK. Clown, though, got knocked. Trick is knocked as well. What is going on with 187? KC seems to be the cause, as a lot of them are just trying to get behind coverage now. KC rotating into the right side. Smoke thrown down there. I don't think Romero's going to get hit by a grenade. Unfortunate, as that will be a thirst there. Junie gets taken down, and that is it. Romero comes in with a victory. Squad wipe. Obviously help from the rest of the team, but Romero will finish it with Dreco. Basis coming in. Basis for 4G gets taken down, and Romero will do the thirsting. Kawia, only one left. Full health, but otherwise in a terrible position, and obviously with the numbers that Kawia has, this is problematic, and especially with teams in front, there's not a lot of options left. There might be the silver lining here is that Cherry Blossoms and KC pretty much need to battle this, and that might allow Kawia to do whatever she needs to do to get out of this position after that battle is over or during the battle. So there's all the shots going on, both sides obviously shooting. Cherry alone going for the hits. Can he get a knock here? No, he will not, as he is taken down. Draco gets knocked down. Jay, with barely enough health to survive, is trying to do all this. Gets a hit in the back, and that's an instant kill. Shots fired from Beretta. And you see Kawia's getting pushed by Jay, but Kawia, easy pickings for Kawia to take that kill and the thirst. Now, Beretta probably heard those shots and thinking, what was that on the bottom left? He's not paying attention, though. He's exposed. Luckily, though, Kawia's not poking around. Romero coming around the backside of Kawia. Kawia hears Romero, but Beretta's still back there. Luckily, Kawia threw a smoke. That's probably the best thing she could have done right there to avoid Beretta's shots. Grenade thrown to the left. Kawia's probably going to try to dodge that. Does dodge it. I don't think took any damage from it. Romero's getting pushed out now with the blue zone. And the blue zone's going to hurt a lot, so Kawia has the advantage here as he's peeking forward, but no, could not win it. Romero, with barely enough health to survive, has... Oh, grenade coming around. That is not the same... Oh, it is the same team. They look like two different colors, but Romero is knocked down. Karama, knowing that Beretta is being a problem for them. Beretta has been a problem for a lot of teams on that angle. And is alone. The positioning was amazing for Beretta to get a lot of kills. They have 3 kills on the board for the whole squad. I wouldn't be surprised if Beretta got all of them. Kurama throwing a ton of smoke. Look at that line. But again, the next zone is all the way to the bottom of the hill. can't be worse for these teams that have thought we got a top spot for the zone. Couldn't be much better until the zone shifted completely the opposite direction. HP has been so fortunate for the zones here, but again, it doesn't seem like that's going to hold on too long. 2 of their players are killed. 1 is already knocked. Justin going to try to go for this revive. It seems to be a good angle to do so. Stardom doesn't really have the ability to shoot at him. And first aid for Apollo here. Anarchy on top. This could be an Hail Mary grenade. If you reach that, that would be awesome. But no, it will fall short. Need a more of an arm here. Baseball season is over. Beretta. Pretty good, but again, the zone's going to shift Beretta way out. And there's 19 seconds. It's going to move quickly as well. So if Beretta doesn't get a little ahead of this, we'll start getting hit in the back from the blue zone. Karama, pretty similar situation. The zone's going to shift quickly on him, and he will need to move in as well pretty quickly. 3 teams left. So Stardom finished up the right side on HP, and it does seem like this is Stardom's game to win. They have 3 players left, and they're going up against 2 players total on different sides. Beretta gets knocked down. That'll leave KC to hope for first place, definitely securing second. He's just going to keep healing through it. I think that is it. That is it for the game. Stardom, you can pretty much put it in the books right now. They have taken it, because I think all he's doing is trying to heal through it, thinking just in case there's other people that are battling it out. But he should be happy at this point to get second. Oh, he's going for the shots. Apollo is getting shot at, but I think maybe he just ran out of meds there and kind of figured it out. Let's go, Meeseeks, says IMB. We'll go through the results. And we also got match number 2 coming up, so don't go anywhere for that. And obviously, these results should definitely give an indicator of, who's going to be on that top spot. So Stardom, great stuff from them. They got 7 from just Dark Soul, 4 for Apollo, a team total of 11, reaching double digits, first place. I don't have to explain how good that is. KC with 5 for Romero, 5 also for Jay, 4 for Dreco, and 1 for Karama. Again, this is one of the 2 teams that really has a strong chance of getting first place in the whole month. So that'll be an $80 prize pool if I didn't explain that. And that is a 15 kill count. So KC pretty much sticking with Stardom on that first match as far as points is concerned. And I wouldn't be surprised now if they have taken the lead for the whole month right off of that. KOC with 3 for Beretta, 1 for Chopstick, team total there of 4. Nice job from Circles of Silence. HP, they were away from the battles a lot, and the zone was very fortunate for them as well. Looks like they weren't able to handle the top 3 spot, but they were able to get 4 with 2 kills. 4th place with 2 kills. This mixed bag team with 3 for Kronos. 4G coming in with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kills. And this is significant because this is the team that is currently in first place for the month. So they need to keep up their pace, or else it's going to be Kings of Chaos taking over. Cherry Blossoms with 5 total kills. Good job from them. ZE, or a mixture of a squad here, 1 kill on the board. 187, 1 kill from Clown. Executioner's Blade with 0 kills. KOK with 0 as well. Legends coming in with 0. C4, the team I have winning it all, with 1 kill from Fool. SON with 0 kills, and that is first match. So we'll continue on. Let me bring you guys back to the studio, and let's talk a little bit of what we saw and maybe what might happen going forward. Studio, let's bring you guys over. I'm gonna change this song here. Okay. All right, so the room is probably opening up, by the way. So by the time you hear this, the room will be open. So make sure, if you are a team that's competing, to get in. This is a closed registered event. So all the people who are thinking, how do I join this? What do I do? You got to hit the Discord link below. That's in the description, in the about page, in my profile. Hit that Discord link and you're pretty much halfway done. All you got to do after that is claim the PUBG mobile role and you're set. If you have any questions once you hit Discord about what the hell you need to do to compete in this event every week, you can ask me. You can DM me. I'm Naked HCrusader, and hopefully I can help with that. But yeah, there's a lot of ways you can be a part, engaged in the esports community. We've done this so many times before. Every week for the past 2 years, this is something that we've hosted. So we are well organized into handling whatever you guys want to do, pretty much. So hopefully we'll see more and more teams coming into this. We have COD mobile scrims as well. So if you're interested in competing in that as well, you have to head over to the Discord. That is the #1 priority thing to do. So let me take a look at Discord, meaning of, and the room codes are out. So if you're a team, you can head in right now. I'm gonna get myself in actually, and I'll see if I need a password. There is a password that you need, but sometimes I've been lucky enough where I didn't have to put one in, so I probably will. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this to team list and I'll be right back. All right, again, watch out for team slot 5 and team slot 7. Those are the teams to look out for the prize pool of $80. Okay, so let's talk about what happened that game. There was a lot of action, definitely in mid game. In the beginning, there was more open. A lot of teams were able to land and loot in their respective cities. There were, I think, maybe 2 or 3 areas of contention where teams landed in the same spot. But typically, when you have a team list or a player list of, I think we had 55 people. Typically in the beginning, you're able to get that separation. Sometimes you're not, but sometimes you are. Most of the time you are. And then we got into mid game. So at that point, there were a few kills, but we're getting more and more to normalcy there. So at mid game, there was a lot of heated battles, especially longer range with the buildings, compound to compound. Not a lot of teams trying to push to finish teams off, but a lot of teams willing to hold their own, making sure that no one pushes them. And then we had a huge circle change that really messed up everything there. I think there was only 1, possibly 2 teams in a pretty, not medium-sized, small to medium-sized circle, and there wasn't a lot of compounds left in there. That's pretty much the main reason why there wasn't a lot of teams in that circle when it started. So you had a shift. You had a lot of cars coming in from the south going up, and as teams shifted, either they got shot through their vehicles and they had to swerve and got separation from teams then, or people trying to just run from using the hills as cover to get over, and that definitely led to a little bit more chaos. I think 4Gamers had a hard time with that because they were one of those southern teams that constantly were getting shot, not only in close range battles with, I think, KOK. Yeah, definitely KOK was a big problem for them, but the other King of Chaos team that were farther away were able to snipe 4Gamers from long distance, getting a kill, I think getting 2 kills, maybe 3 in that process. So that was a big problem for 4Gamers. Korea almost hanging on against KC, but was not able to finish one of the players, and that might have changed a lot for their ranking. But that was going to be that, and that's significant, as I said before, because Kings of Chaos and 4Gamers, those are the teams that have the best chance, if not the only chance, to get that $80 prize pool at this point in the month. So right now, as far as there was a 15-point difference between Kings of Chaos and 4Gamers. 4Gamers was on the lead by 15 points. I think they've lost that lead now, and it is more 50-50. They might be maybe single-digit difference at this point, because both of them didn't do terribly, but Kings of Chaos definitely did very well. Wow, this is an old song or a remix of an old song? I think so. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this song. Let me switch up the music. No, I want that one. No, this might fit me more. Shift this over. Okay, so what do I want to talk about from now on? Well, Thank you for the follow, Trex Gaming. If you guys did follow me on YouTube, thank you. Sometimes I don't see that. And on Gate, sometimes I don't see that as well. GTX Hoodia says, hi, Crusader. What's up? What's up? Sasuke says, good luck to all. SON all the way. SYC Manager has not received codes, says Agent 47. And PUBG Mobile Wolfie says, hey, Crusader. How's my Stardom boys? Did JCR make it in the room? I'm not sure. I didn't see JCR. Stardom did pretty well. And Agent 47, I am not sure about that. Let me see. Did you message anybody in the... because Guy, Guy handles that. So if you message Guy, that would probably be the best way to do it. I can also tell you right now who would have gotten it, who should have gotten it, and if they did get it. So SYC. So it should have gone to SYC Cat. And as far as I can tell, has the role and has access to get the codes. So so Agent 47, I don't know if you're watching, but Cat should be the one who has it for your squad. I didn't see you guys in there, so I'm guessing you guys didn't make it. I could be wrong, actually. I'm trying to remember if I saw SYC. I don't think I did. But hopefully you can make it in this time around if you didn't make it before. But yeah, JCR, I don't think I saw them, and Stardom, as I said, solid so far. Solid. I'm looking around, going through Discord, making sure that's all settled too. So far, so good though. So far, so good. Let me type back to you guys because that probably will help. Okay. If you guys leave 10 likes on YouTube, I will do a very cringy dab. You guys, if you guys know that already, it is one of the worst things you can possibly see on screen. I apologize to you guys, but apparently you guys continue to leave likes on YouTube, and I apparently have to do it. So I don't know what's up with you guys. Apparently you love seeing my soul just dissipate into the ether, but you know, it's worth it because, well, it's YouTube, and YouTube runs my life. So that's all I guess I need to do so. If you guys are on other platforms, the only thing I really would love for you guys to do is to engage on the stream. I would love to hear from you guys, hear your thoughts. Maybe you guys have advice for me. That'd be great too. Hey, I'll take that. But if you guys have even if it's like just something in your everyday life that you want to talk about, doesn't have to be part of the game, I'm here for you. That's it. So if you guys have any of that, I'm an open book. Well, I guess I try to be. Maybe I'll tell you a secret or two if you ask me. All right, match is coming in. So this is match number 2. We got 3 matches total, so we're almost halfway there. We have this one's gonna be Erangel, the biggest OP map. It's not the biggest map, but it's mostly the classic PUBG map that you might all know. If you have no clue about PUBG, you probably have seen, and you only seen snippets of it. This is probably the map you saw from. That's what it looks like. There's a lot of different places to go. Typically, if the plane line allows it, you'll see teams go to Georgia Pole, you'll see teams go to Yasnaya, and you'll see teams go to Novo, depending on the plane line, obviously, but a lot of teams like to go to those particular areas. There's obviously a lot of different places that could possibly be hot drops. You got Pachinki, you got Brazhawk, you got Novo, you got Military Base. I said Novo before, but Military Base for sure. Milta. I can just keep naming cities, but you guys get the point. There's a lot of places that we might see engagement early on because multiple teams might land there. All right. So here's the plane line for sure. And again, Georgia Pole and Novo are good. So I would expect to see maybe 1 or 2 teams drop there at the very least. Military base, another good spot that seems to be just far enough away from the plane to make people go there. And that's kind of like a mindset for a lot of these different teams. Let me take a look. Oh yeah, I gotta switch this so I don't forget. Okay, so again, military base might be one of those places where people think they're not going to get a bombardment of teams, and I expect at least 2 teams dropping there anyway. Georgia Pole, there we go. Not a surprise there. 2 teams heading to the left, and there's a lot of places you can drop to here. South and North Georgia with the crates on the right. So even if 2 teams drop, they're probably not going to spot each other at this stage, and they might see each other drop to literally that area, but they're not going to get into a quick battle trying to find guns quickly and shooting right away. Pachinki's interesting. Look at this. I don't know if they're dropping to Pachinki or maybe going over it, maybe heading to school. That might be another thought process there. But Team 14's dropping quick, and Team 13's right next to them. Looking closer into this. Team 6 and 8 are both taking Pachinki. So we might have a quick early battle, especially since Team 6, look at their positioning right now. I'm trying to go through windows like I have to, actually. But Team 6, they are separated, but they are completely surrounding Team 8, C4, right there. So SON and then C4. Interesting drop formation for Team 6. Typically, you do see teams not go that far away on their drops unless they're going to different compounds. But they have separated enough where it might be problematic for SON. 2 people on this right side, multiple C4 players seemingly pushing forward against SON. And that might let C4 just able to push this side first and then push the next side after. Fool getting hit, but not getting knocked down. Losing roughly half the health, but not too bad after that. Good boy getting hit on the back. I don't think he realized exactly what angle they were shooting at as he put his back to them. Prashant is backing over. I think he wants to grab that car, but is he going to be able to? He's really got to cut all the way out. Cy Young is hurt badly back here too. Has 2 first aids, so being able to get back up to 75% health right here, right now. And the rest of C4, they're not pushing. They got hurt. So that is pretty much a big reason why they aren't. They want to make sure Good Boy is going to get fully healed up. Fool got hurt pretty badly. Shots to the right there. Sabawoon gets knocked by Cy Young. Able to hold his ground. This is amazing work for Cy Young. The amount of damage this guy has taken so far really goes to show how well he's able to take and distribute back the damage. Now, they're going to get revived here, and maybe Fluffy can get an angle here. Can he look over? Does he see him? It looks like he's having a hard time with it. And they are going to be able to handle that revive. There's the shots that we're looking for. As Sabawoon gets knocked, Ramont getting hit in the back. Gets knocked down as well. That is exactly what SON needed there, especially Cy Young, who seemed to be getting pushed ever so slightly. But Good Boy now, knowing that he has enemies around, also teammates who need a revive. There's the thirst by Cy Young using the shotgun. Sees Good Boy and takes a few shots on the red dot. Just not able to make contact though. Fluffy throwing a grenade up 3rd floor. Nobody's up there though. Oh, Good Boy got knocked down. And now we're going to see a push here, especially. There's no one here to stop this thirst. C4 Fool is the only one left. And he's already backed away completely. So he knowingly knows that he's on his own. Those knocked players not getting revived. So let's keep an eye on the rest now, since that battle is pretty much over. Novo has been taken by Cherry Blossom. As I said before, that's going to be great loot. So they're going to look really good going into the mid or late game. Team 21. Let's take a look at this, because we did mention how 2 teams are landing at Georgia Pole. HP, one of the teams. Tubiner, thank you for joining in. One of the teams here. They landed here. It looks like they're still here. Team 7, same thing. They landed at South George and they're still here. This is KC. One of the teams, as I said before, has a great chance of winning that $80 prize pool. I think they put themselves on top of 4 gamers at this point, but it's still very close. I think it's in the single digits as far as scoring is concerned. So looking around, no one at Kameshki. The plane's, the zone, the plane didn't really allow anyone to go to Kameshki. Typically a safe place for people. Tupanar, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that, man. Looking over at Executioner's Blade, Jop Eater, thank you for joining in. Executioner's Blade is now moving along. It looks like they're going to take Milta, this, I don't know what you call this place exactly, but, oof, okay. Well, someone needs a driver's ed class, but they're going to take this building off of Milta, like a factory. And they're probably going to loot that first before going in any further, or any farther. They don't really have to. The zone's on them already, so they might just wait for the next zone here and figure it out going forward. 51 people alive. We started, I think, off with 55, if it was the same as last match. I actually didn't see exactly who started this one, but I'm pretty sure we're probably around 50 to 60. All right, here's 4 gamers. One of them's already dead with Shadow. Again, this was a problem last match for 4 gamers. They lost one pretty early on, and I think everything kind of made things a little, obviously, made things harder for 4 gamers to withstand or survive the remainder of the match. So hopefully it won't be a duplicate of that, because if they continue to have these cases where they just aren't able to hang on because of the numbers, they're not going to win. And they were leading in this series going into today's matches. Team 19 really close to enemies. Let's see what's going on. This is the other Kings of Chaos team, Kings of Chaos Blue. Chaos with a K for them. Team 13 right in front of Cherry, by the way, and he's not close to any of his teammates. All of them are alive, but nowhere near Cherry right now. Team 13, what's going on with Pablo? Pablo's in the car. Pablo's in the passenger seat. Must be AFK. They're in zone. Oh, there you go. Pablo's good to go. And the rest of Star is already backed over there, so I'm sure he's just going to go along with that and not go into this particular compound. So Pablo's off, and I'm sure Cherry's not even going to shoot. He's probably heard him and left it. So my job, as you guys might already know, is to find the action. So that is going to be something I keep focus on. But every now and then we'll take a look when there isn't any action about who they are and what they kind of stand for. So Kaguya, Basis, Siraj, and Shadow. I haven't seen much of Shadow, but the other 3 for sure have competed multiple times in our event. They've won our series before and multiple scrim days as well. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. Anytime you're in a battle with 4G, they just seem to know how to get on top. 187 with Clown, Blaze, Junie, and Real Deal. I think Real Deal is a sub-in for 187. It was somebody else before. I believe it was Woo Toxic or something like that. So they apparently subbed him out and put in Real Deal. Team 10 is on their right side. No shots yet. It is a bit open, so he might have gotten hit if they did take shots, but the distance is pretty deep, so, and with a car it makes it pretty much impossible to make contact. Continue to rotate to the right, and that makes a lot of sense. You might want to start off all the way to the right since the circle's like this, and then be able to creep in if the zone keeps pushing you more and more to the west. And that's a good thing, because a lot of teams aren't going to be doing that. A lot of teams are going to be cutting in from the middle of the map over to the direction of the zone, in which case this one is to going to the east. So they're gonna pretty much go against the grain, but by doing it that way, they're gonna get less encounters with the people on their side. So I think at least from my point of view, I think that's always a good idea. There's also the ability here, which it seems like this is what Team 20 is doing, taking pretty much a good middle spot of this zone. And as I said before, the water has taken some, so this is pretty middle for this circle, if not the most middle you can possibly be in a compound. Lord Gamer, welcome back to the stream. Lord Gamer is a part of Naked Esports, and we're happy to have him. COS, yo, I got the new phone. So he is getting the new phone. Or he got the new phone, I mean. He's been having technical issues with his old phone. So now that he's got the new phone, he might be ready to go again. KC. We got a DP for Kurama. He's looking all around. Nobody's there, though, to shoot at. Even though there's a lot of teams getting into that zone already. Yeah, they're pretty good. Nobody going over to them at this moment. SON. A lot of cars that they're utilizing. Thank you for the host, Wolfie Gaming. Thank you for that. Wolfie has teams in here. I think in particular is supposed to be JCR. I haven't seen them though, but I know you're also rooting for Stardom. That might be part of your team as well. So as far as we've seen Stardom a few times, and we're trying to hit people over but not making contact. That is just Hail Mary shots. Could have been cool if you were able to get them, but unfortunately no. This mixture of a squad there going right to Team 21. This car's still good though. They're not shooting at this one, but Jazzwall got knocked down. Maybe they were. And didn't hit the car necessarily, but hit the person. Jawal got knocked down. Here's Snipey driving over way wide as he does not want to get shot out of this bike. And that seems to be a safe way to do it. Getting some air. Oh, okay. A little exposed, but seems okay. They also see Cherry Blossom on top by shelter. Ooh, oh my. There's Lift. Lift goes underground though. Heading over to Team 14. Someone just died on this side, or knocked. There's Anarchy. So there's Stardom. Dark Soul got knocked down. Apollo getting Trek to respond with that one. Pro DJ shooting in the back, but not able to knock down Apollo yet. Anarchy's like, get me inside, but the door is closed. Apollo's kind of, there's a bit of a cat and mouse game right now. Apollo kind of leaving as he's by himself. He needs to heal as well, so he might try to do that in one of these rooms. There he is! No! I don't know what he was trying to do. I thought he was going to go to like maybe a random room and try to heal there and hope that they would not find that room first. But instead he went back to the stairs where exactly where they were pushing. And Team 14 will take the win here at Yaznaya. There is another team at Yaz, it's KOK. They probably heard those shots, so but it doesn't seem like they're going away from them. So the red zone's on top of them. Hopefully none of them get knocked down because of it, and they don't. Team 15, shots across the board here. No knocks, but Cherry alone certainly needs some heals. Whoa. How you doing? How do you join the room? You join the room by registering your squad. It's the only way you can join this room. Trying to hit Toxic. Toxic took some damage there. Arendelle, thank you for joining the stream. And Cherry alone gets knocked down. That is a hard position to revive. It should be possible though, especially if you throw a smoke just in case. And there it goes. It is a pretty big tree. And they're gonna have, HP will have a definite trouble to get a knock on planet if at all possible. Executioner's Blade. They have Milta power. Nobody's on this side of the map even. Look how far they are from anybody. Which it's a good or a bad thing, depending on what type of team you are. If you just want to stay clear, to continue to get some loot. No, I need to practice. And something. Thank you, Captain, for joining the stream. Let's head over to Team 17. They're driving, and they're going to head straight. It seems like they're heading straight toward Team 20. They back away. They turn around right when I said that. New PUBG something. I missed that, too. Let me take a look. Oh, here we go. New PUBG account, sad though, says Lord Gamer. No, I need to practice a lot. Not ready, but I got the game and stuff. Cool. There's a drop coming down. Over, but not making contact. That is no one double me. Hail Mary. And there you go. The airdrop says there's nothing, but there has to be something. There we go. MK and level 3 stuff. So not necessarily quite the loot that you want. But the MK could be quite dangerous close range. We actually saw that in Miramar. Somebody was utilizing it as an automatic. And it's probably the best automatic weapon up close. I don't think there's anything better than that. You can make an argument maybe the Tommy gun and the Uzi along with the AK and the M4. But the M4 is more mid-range. But the MK, so powerful. You just gotta be able to handle recoil, which is why it's meant for short range. Unless you're sniping with it, obviously, then it's long range. The game is not laggy anymore. That's good. You don't want it to be laggy. Team 15 holding their spot. We still got 45 people left. It makes sense. We started, I think, with 50 to 60 people. So we had roughly maybe 10 people die at this stage in the game. And with everyone kind of taking their spot, still able to grab a compound for yourselves. It's not like people are finding hard time getting to places that they want to be at. EMP Kronos, interesting position to take as they are right next to Team 17 now. They're just down the hill a bit. And they're all looking over. Snipey getting shot at, but certainly it seems pretty good as far as the health is concerned. You can see here ZE. Getting hit a few times and stays on his feet. Barely, though. That was super close. It looks like Falcon feels more confident to push forward. Something was thrown over and not making contact, though. That could have been devastating if they were on the balcony. Another one thrown, but that's not going to reach either. They are inside the place, not on top of the balcony. If they throw it through the door, that's your best chance, and they don't, though. They still think someone is on the balcony. But that doesn't mean that their positioning isn't still good here to keep pushing forward. Another grenade cuts over. That one hits the right area, but certainly does not take him down. Did they blow up? They blew up this car to prevent their push up to the second floor. I haven't seen that happen in a long time. But we still got throwables cutting in. And it looks like one player took a lot of damage. So what is their options here? Not a lot. It looks like they continue to throw grenades up. And there's a knockout. Snipey staying alive. Almost getting taken down. That's it. Another grenade must have taken him down. And that is a thirst. They're not going to be able to grab that loot unless they figure something else out. But they got the kills and they know it. Oh, man. They just threw them in pretty much every room they possibly can at the same time. And that worked out beautifully. Thank you for joining in, Karma. Team 21 with Bang right in front. We'll see if that's going to be what Clown sees. And Bang's getting hit in the back. Gets taken down. A lot of people on that right side, though. And Anxiety gets taken down. Toxic. It's in trouble, though. Gets Clown a few times. Trying to hit Real Deal, too. But not quite able to hit that either. Thank you for joining in, guys. Grenades continue to make. Oh, Toxic gets taken down as well. Is KOK playing? Yes. They might have got taken down. I'm not sure. But they were playing this match. Justin getting hit. Gets taken down by Clown. Well done for 187. I'll be playing with Guy tonight. Are you playing too? Says Lord Gamer. I probably will. I typically do. Right after the scrim. Usually play a few rounds. Team 15 for Cherry Blossom. They're opposite sides of the area. Guys, hold off on your like subscribe to my channel stuff. You know, I don't really want that in my channel if you don't mind. SON Fluffy in the shed. Looks like communicating with Fluffy there. Jeez. I know you guys can't hear what I'm saying yet because of the delay. But once you hear it, please do not utilize the chat for promotion. Thank you, Lord Gamer. Right over the hill on that left side. Cherry alone keeps peeking to that right. Here's Fluffy, but Fluffy's gonna have his KOK playing. Yes, as I said before, they are playing. Prashant still looking over. I don't know if they're out though. Nope, they're still alive. There they are. Troubled, Cusco, Cherry, and Knockout. All four still alive and well. The next zone might push them out, but for now, they're in. The most center team is possibly Team 7 right now for KC, Kings of Chaos. Looks like a snipe there from Prashant using a slur there. A SLR. Cutting around, gets a good hit to initiate. Romero is dodging though and weaving. Automatic probably would have been the best case for that one. But he's got his snipe out. He's hoping to make it happen with this. Jay getting hit a few times as well. Evenly distributing around. Fluffy's knocked back there, and that's their own teammate, so they are switching their focus. And Team 15 seems to be creeping up ever so slightly. Cherry Pie shooting across that Cy Young, but Cy Young was able to return the favor. Smoke's thrown to help out Fluffy in some way. Team 7 has not pushed forward, so this should help Sun. But Lift here with an angle that might devastate SON if he's able to get closer to figure this one out. He's going to get behind this rock. You should be able to see them clear as day. Clear as day. And he gets sniped out, thirsting both of them. He'll take the kills for himself. Cy Young getting hit. Nowhere to hide as he gets taken down too. As I said before, Lift had a beautiful flank on that right side. Nasty on that left, still hidden. Cy Young's not going to get revived anytime soon. Karama is rotating to that right, got hurt. There's Nasty. And Nasty backs away. Lift takes a hit to the head. Luckily, I think he has a level 3 helmet, and that's what pretty much saved him. So here's Nasty. He's trying to bandage up a bit, and there's a push from 2 players for Cherry Blossom. They're going to probably go for the thirst on Cy Young first. And there's a flashbang. They know exactly where he is. They go for the thirst on Cy Young and grab his loot too. There's Nasty. Here's a push forward. It seems Nasty OP should be able to hear him down low. Might be able to third perspective peek him first. Shots between the two now. And Nasty gets taken down. He had an MK to work with. And as I said before, the MK is a nice gun to utilize short range. Now Cherry Planet is knocked down here. I'm not sure how that even happened. Maybe across the way from Team 7. I know KC has been over there for quite a bit. And it looks like we have a battle between KOK and KC. Both technically named Kings of Chaos, but certainly I don't think they're on the same clan. As one spelled with a K, one spelled with a CH. They're going after Karama. Karama gets taken down. Draco trying to head over to you. Draco's got a lot on his plate. Luckily, I think he has some teammates on that left side to help out. But Draco with a grenade cooking it over, throws it. And Cusco gets knocked down behind him. Didn't realize that KC had other players. And Dreco gets knocked down. And that might have been from that side to the right. Might have been from Team 15. As Jay is pushing forward some more. Knockout is on the far side there. Jay just goes for the thirst. KC able to hang on. They do lose a player in that too. But now we got Knockout here, who had all 4 of his players alive just moments ago. And now alone. How quickly things can change. Knockout trying to leave that car there. And Team 7 still on their left. Still on his left. There he is. So, oh, he's getting shot by Jay. Goes for the drop shots. Gotta be careful though. He's still exposed to Jay. And there you go. That was a problem. I didn't realize he was going to stay exposed on that side. But I think he was just trying to hedge his bet. Unfortunately, not well enough. 4G is going into zone from the east. There's not a lot going on this side, so they should be able to at least just get in at this point. Real Deal and the rest of 187 is near the middle of zone. Team 12 has 1 player left. SJ, he's just prone, hoping for that to work out. He's actually the most middle. And as a solo player, usually you don't see that happen. Tragic Falcon gets knocked down thanks to Cherry Blossoms there. Lift is just bandaging up. It looks like someone got hit on the left. Thirsted. Trex is right there. Lift, I don't think he was able to get that knock, but did he? Yes, no, he didn't. Trex is still there and gets taken down. So that's it for me, Seeks. In this particular match, they'll get 7th place. What do we got here? Lift is still knocked. Where was Lift? Oh, Lift is way up there. Not gonna get revived, as far as I can tell. Unless, let's see. Will Planet make it? Oh no, he got taken down. He threw a smoke on that left side. And I think he got shot on the left side. Couldn't tell exactly who got the kill there, but that was devastating. Planet is gonna get hit there. And it looks like Jay was actually the one, or Basis, one of the two. Or yeah. Definitely Jay was the one to get the third. Cherry alone getting shot at, but he's gonna be hit as well. Romero needs to duck down as there's different people around. 187. Look at 12 kills for the team. 4 people alive. Everyone pretty much 100% health. The odds seem to be looking good for them. Momentum, if they can continue to carry that along, could change up the way this scrim will be played. But Legend SJ, they could be a little thorn to 187. If he plays his cards right, he could possibly even squad wipe, but that is a big ask for SJ here. The only team that's next to him is that team of 4. Cherry Pie. Probably shouldn't have his pan out, but you know, who am I? Getting shot at, and he's gonna get right into this little crevice, and that worked out. Dreco might actually push up on Cherry if he realized how much damage that he took. But right now, that is not an option as Cherry was able to heal up. Cherry Pie was able to heal up. Heal? One of the two. Cherry alone is on that far side. Both teams kind of need to creep up. Dreco, I think, is in zone. And he might have a nice rock for coverage for that new zone. Cherry Pie will need to figure out a way up. He probably will try to take out Dreco. Because there's no other place to really find a place. I'm surprised he's waiting. Unless he doesn't realize the blue zone's overrunning. Or maybe he's AFK. I don't get this move here. He's going to eat this blue zone. He's too far away to really make that work. Cherry alone gets behind the tree. Just barely enough. It is a pretty wide tree. Shots at Romero as he gets taken down. But Cherry Pie gets taken down right away, and by the blue zone of all things. I think maybe he took some damage and then the blue zone did the rest. Jay gonna throw one up. I think it's short. It is short. Could have been good if he cooked it maybe a little longer or gave it a little bit more height. Maybe we'll see another one if Jay was smart. Yes, he is throwing another. Does that one have the advantage? Yes, it does. Grenade makes contact, and Cherry alone will be out of the game, and the whole Cherry Blossom team is out as well. He's gonna go for it. He actually got some good hits on Clown, it seems, but he's taking a lot of damage now. One more hit on SJ, and he makes it away. He gets away with it, and he's in a beautiful spot for zone. We'll see if Clown actually stops this from happening, because he has an interesting angle down to SJ, but Draco probably... Ooh, getting hit on the left side. Junie could win it. There you go. I was going to think that Draco was going to win that for a second, but no. Draco is knocked down. A lot of KC players need to get into zone. They got a car they can utilize if they want. There's a snipe. That might have been from SJ. He's shooting across. Gets taken down by 187. 2 teams left. 13 kills for 187. Put that on the board so far. Can they get 2 more to finish things out? And actually a third, as Draco is still knocked thanks to 187. Junie is knocked too. Oh no. So we got a 1v2 pretty much. And Clown's getting hit hard. Not a lot of option. Blue zone. And that is going to be it. Clown is out. And that'll be a win for... what was that? Was that KC? Did KC win that? Yes, they did. KC with a win. That is huge. And I'll explain that in a moment. But let's go over the results. And we'll talk about... what that means exactly. So the results are good for KC. Look at Jay with 9 kills, 1 for Romero. Team total of 10, another double digit for the first place team. We got 187 with 7 kills for Clown, 5 for Blaze, 1 for Deal. Team total of 13. Definitely great numbers in the kills. They almost got first, but they could not get over the hump. Legends with 2 for SJ, 1 from SS. I know SJ was kind of stuck there alone for a while, so I'm not surprised they didn't have that many kills, but good job surviving. Cherry Pies, they were in the thick of it a lot, and they executed a squad wipe pretty well. They got 4, 5, 6 total kills. COS with, I think that's 3, yep, 3 kills. 4 Gamers with 1 kill from Bassist at 6th place. We'll definitely be talking about that. MSK or Meeseeks coming in with 3, 4, 5, 6 kills. Not bad, guys. KOK with 1 kill from Cherry. C4 with 1 kill. SON with 3 kills. Executioner's Blade with 0. HP with 1 kill from Toxic. Mixture bag here of 0 kills. And then Stardom at the end there with 0. So let's talk about this because Kings of Chaos. They are making their position known here. They were not in first place going into this for the month. They were in second place. They had I think it was 13 or 15 points. Yeah, 13 points under first place, which was 4 Gamers. Now that they got in second place in the first round, getting double-digit kills, I think of 15, and now they got first place with 10 kills. They are running with this now, and 4 Gamers needs to think of something up quick. They need to get first place. I think they need to get a few kills here at least. At the very least, they need a few, or maybe not get first place, but get a lot of kills. But they need to make sure that Kings of Chaos is not going to be near that top of the list. I think if 4G can get first place with a moderate amount of kills, then they need to also make sure that Kings of Chaos is not going to get a podium spot for this next round. I think they're looking really good. That's all I can say. 4 Gamers, they're not too bad, but I think they got 2 6th place spots. I'm not sure, but something in that area. Didn't hit the podium either time. They got a moderate amount of kills, definitely in the single digit on both of them. So they're not making the run that they're used to making, and it's definitely affecting their positioning here. So let's bring this over to the studio and go with that. All right. So the room is probably open by now by the time you hear this, so get into the room. Let me see on Discord if there's anything to write here. Okay, so yeah, the room is open. It definitely is. The room is going to start also at 9:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for me, that's going to be in 8 minutes. Remember, I'm on a delay. So if you think like, oh, it's roughly that time now, well, you should definitely get into the room immediately. But for me, we still got 8 minutes. We'll again talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. If you guys have things you want to mention in chat, I'd love to hear it so I can go through that with you, essentially. All right, let me get into the room too. That'd be good. I always suggest for any player to get into the room as soon as possible. It's not as bad as it used to be, but there was a time where, you know, you get kicked out of the room just because the system, I don't know, system just died or something. But there's times where that happens, so I always think it's always good to get in early in case that happens, and then you can pop right back. You can go right back in. I'm going to go to the team list so I can put in the password. I'll bring you guys back. Reminder that this event is a closed room event, so if you want to compete in this, you absolutely can. You just have to register your squad every or each week that we have it. So you register once to compete next week, you register again if you want to compete the week after. It's a simple process. It is free to play, so you don't have to pay anything to compete, and you have a chance to win cash prizes. Going forward, we're going to do every week for $20, right? So rather than do the whole month where there's a big prize pool at the end, we're going to do more on the smaller side prize pools each week, so you have a really good chance of winning every time. If you get first place, you get the prize. That's pretty much how it works. So $20 per week. You have to play in 3 matches in order for a chance to win, and the way you sign up is again through the Discord. Very simple. Can't stress enough how much you should hit that Discord link. There's so many reasons, not only to figure out what this event is and how to compete in it, but also to sign up to be a part of Naked Esports. Maybe you can definitely apply to become a Naked member, whether it's a staff member, a casual or comp player as well. We have COD Mobile and PUBG Mobile that we certainly may need your help if you want to apply, and we'll go through your process. The other thing is, if you're a content creator, you can post your videos. You can show off what you can do, and you'll get more views because you posted it in our channel. Because people like to see what videos are out there through our Discord. So that might be something you may want to do. Also, we have general chat, which just means you can talk to other people, like-minded people who like esports and PUBG Mobile and COD Mobile as well, and kind of get to know what the community is about. We have a ton of different Discord servers that you can be a part of, and you can just click on them and kind of get to know all the teams. A few of these teams here have their own Discord server. You can look up in our Discord where you can find them. Maybe you can even be a part of their squad if you kind of get to know them through their Discord. So definitely something to keep your mind in. All right, it's 9:23 again. I think 9:28 was the start, so we got what, 5 minutes? Yeah, I can do math. 5 minutes. Thank you, Wolfie Gaming, for hosting. Oh, that was before, but thank you for doing that in the past. Buzz PUBG, thank you for joining us. This is 187 Blaze is my friend. FPP God 187 are good. It's just unlucky for them. I'm trying to remember exactly, but I believe it was 187 that was at prison, right? They were on that. I was looking at prison on the map. They're on the south part of prison. I think they were able to get a squad wipe on one of the teams that were holding that area, and then they kind of pushed over them. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. As far as I can tell from 187, they seem to be doing a pretty good job. I'm not sure how they've been their outcomes have looked exactly. I know they certainly haven't been getting first or second place, but they might have been on the podium maybe. And overall, I do like the way their players seems to be responding to things. Every time we kind of looked at them, if I remember correctly again, it does seem like they kind of got a good sense of rotation and positioning, and that's 2 big parts that make a really good squad. I always mention this, well, I don't always mention it, but there are a few things where it comes to being a good player, and that means having great gunplay, which means obviously just being able to shoot quickly, your immediate movements, being able to dodge bullets possibly, being able to peek quickly, making your character do what you want to do, right? And doing it quickly. If you can do that well, that's a big baseline for your gameplay. Second thing I think is very important is your rotations, being able to get to one place to another and doing it smartly. Are you going to use a car, or are you just going to run it? How and which direction do you go to get in your rotations? Are you gonna find players in front of you? What's the chances of you rotating and avoiding people so you can get to a position of power? That's a big part, and that kind of falls into strategy side of your gameplay, I guess, in general play. The other thing I think is very important is also your positioning. Different than rotation, because that means where you're going. Position is like your spot that you choose. So not the how you get there, but where. Where do you go? Because I don't think a lot of people think about that, especially if you're not an in-game leader. You're typically not thinking about where you're going until the last minute. Maybe you're just going straight into zone, especially if you're just starting out. You just kind of go straight into zone and you just kind of see where it takes you, right? But that's the problem if you don't take it seriously, because you might run right into a team to the position that you want to be in, or that position is not a position of power, meaning maybe it doesn't have height, maybe there's no protection around it, maybe it's just it's in between a ton of different teams. So you don't want to for that to happen, obviously. So those are my three main areas that I look for when either considering a player or as far as their skills is concerned. But I also consider when people join Naked Esports, we do look also at a major part of who they are. Like, do they fit in what we believe in? What kind of drive do they have in this game? What's their personality like? Those things are very important, and it is very important in game as well. You can't have someone who's toxic. You can't have somebody who's just irate at every little thing. It doesn't help make your teammates better, and it doesn't help with the meshing of trying to organize your squad to do what you want to do. So it has some real implications in the game, and also, and just in general, obviously, just it makes the game more fun when you're playing with people who aren't going to freak out or break down every single time they don't get their way. I think people know that, but I don't think it gets enough hype. You know, I think people need to consider that more when it comes to finding good players. All right, last match, Vikendi. Vikendi is one of my favorite maps now. Let me switch this back over. So yeah, Vikendi is one of my favorite maps at this point. I hope they make it even better as it goes. But right now, I like how it's more like engaging with the environment. The small things I think make a difference in how real this game is. And I know they did a big change there with Erangel. I love the changes that they made to Erangel to make it more real with the graphics in general, but with the water and the way the grass moves. I think they need more of that in every map, and I think they need to even make that even a bigger thing. I don't know how easy that is for, you know, coding such a game, but if they can do that, I think that would be huge. So we got a northern plane line. We have a lot of these on the north side of the plane line. This one's going to east to west. You got Krichis right under there at the end there. Peshkova, which surprisingly gets a lot of people. I hate the spot because it doesn't have a lot of loot, but surprisingly, we have seen multiple teams land there in these scrims often, and maybe we'll see that again this time around, although I don't think so. We got 52 people alive, so typically half the amount you would see maybe in a classic, and so that you're probably not going to see a lot of overlap at this point in the game. The other thing that you'll see is people landing to compounds rather than to named hot drop spots, and the reasoning you can do that in this particular map especially is because there's a lot of compounds. You can even run to compound, and they're so close, and they have so much loot in each of them that you can get all the stuff you need without actually hitting a named spot, especially if you separate your squad to get to different compounds. All right, Villa might have a nice engagement. Team 14 with Meeseeks, and along with C4 on that team 8 slot. So we'll see how this one goes. Looks like Fool was able to drop down pretty quickly, and so is Kronos here, and Kronos is getting shot, could not avoid and get a gun quick enough, and he will be knocked and possibly thirsted in any given moment. There's Ramat cutting around. Thank you for the follow, by the way, by IMD Shroud. And he's just going to avoid that right now. But Fool's knocked and Trex is knocked. So opposite sides take some damage there. But Meeseeks is still in trouble because Meeseeks does not have the ability to revive as easily as C4 does here inside the building. Right now, Kronos, though, able to get that revive, sneaking it in. That was a good opportunity there. Unfortunately, it looks like their teammate was thirsted, but they still were able to pick one up. And Pro DJ gets knocked down. Kronos almost gets taken down, but stays alive as he's trying to move. He doesn't even have a gun in hand or on his back. He is unarmed, to say the least. And now I don't see how he's going to get away. I think he is getting pushed. Ramat seems to be keeping track of him in some fashion. Maybe not. Maybe he can get away with this. Kronos is getting into the building. I think, did he grab a gun? Yes, he has a gun on his back right now. It is a shotgun. He also has a Tommy gun, which is a good close range weapon as well. Has a lot of ammo. If you get the extended mag, that could work out beautifully against a full squad that seems to be on the chase. So Kronos, oh, good. He's got a G gun, dude. He's got an AR and an SMG. He's going to need every single bullet in these mags if they all push at the same time for Kronos to have a chance at winning this. The windows aren't tall, so he's going to have a hard time shooting at anybody that creeps over. He needs this one. He needs this one easy. He's not able to get it, and he's going to get taken down. He really needed a quick knock there, and once he wasn't able to come out and just get it, that was it. I mean, the rest would have been difficult regardless, but he really, really needed a quick knock against Sapuwoon. Heading over and changing it up to Team 6. As it looks like Executioner's Blade Cat is knocked. Feel Pain gets taken down, and that is it for Executioner's Blade. As by the time we got here, pretty much everything was done. SON. 4 kills on the board. Everyone's still alive. Heading over to Cosmodrome. Things just... someone got killed. Is that it? Yeah, I think so. Team 10. 4 kills on the board for them for COS. I wish we saw it. But we had other things to focus on. And unfortunately, this was not one of them. Good work, though, for COS. Circles of Silence, I believe. Or was it? Yeah, right? I think I got it right. Good work from them, obviously. And you can't go wrong with the squad wipe. Pretty much the name of the game there. Let's go to Team 6. We got SON, 4 kills as we saw before. And Team 19, KOK Cusco. Wow, look at... so they have all their players alive. You can see on the top left, nobody's dead, nobody lost health. But he is nowhere close to any of his teammates. And he's going to hide behind here. Did Cy Young notice him? No. No, he's going here to loot this spot. So that should allow Cusco to go wherever he wants to go, and he's going to go off and running again. So just looking around, it seems like we got everyone in a different place. So right here we got Legend, Cat, and Agent. This is part of the SYC team. They got Trevno. Trevno, I like Trevno. There's a lot of loot there, and it's good enough for a full squad. I think any place you drop to, no matter what, you're probably going to need more loot than what the city has, but it's a good place to start to like have the weapons at least. And typically what you look for after the first city is just to get more ammo or to get better equipment, like maybe vests, helmets, and meds. Take a look at Team 6. Back to SON again, 4 kills. And they got Goroka all to themselves. Team 7 so separated. Look at this. So you got Romero by Goroka. Looks like he's going to loot that compound right next to it. Karama and I can't tell who is next to him, but they're just running to compound in that area. And Jay has his own. So that's what I've been talking about as far as what teams do sometimes. Apparently we only have that once here, but sometimes teams will separate like this so they can go to these compounds, loot them up separately, rather than landing in a hot spot where they potentially can get killed in a named city. SON. They passed by one team that didn't take shots. Ooh, enemy shots between the two, and that is Good Boy for C4 and 187. There's Real Deal right there. Good Boy gets hit a bit, and Blaze is cutting out a bit. I don't know why he came out so far away, but it looks like it's working as Ramon gets knocked down. What a hell of a angle that Ramon has taken to get the kill. Nasty getting shot in the back. OP gets taken down as well. That is from a whole different party, by the way. KOK had nothing to do with this, and yet they were able to affect the battle for sure. I think 2 knocks on the board for them there. Is Blaze by himself? Blaze is by himself. 187. What happened to all your teammates? Did not realize that was happening. He might try to leave this. I wouldn't blame you for it too. Maybe grab some loot on your way out, but he may try to just go. He knows there's multiple people on that left side. He has to know that. He has to know that there were long range shots. He might not know though that KOK has gotten to the area. They are 4 people, well 6 total against Blaze for sure. So Cherry Pie, what the hell are you coming in from? And gets hit in the back as KOK was there. Blaze is gonna shoot across and hit. And Cherry Pie should be thirsted any time now. On this side, Good Boy gets knocked down. Fool is still alive, utilizing the smoke for as much coverage as he possibly can. There's a lot of enemies out there, and it looks like Good Boy's coming around. Oh, he's reloading at the wrongest time. He's able to get the kill, though. Going for the thirst. It's a dangerous move, but he gets it. There he is. His enemy teammate right there on the outside. He's cutting around to get the revives, and that will allow Fool to get his own. Good work. Terrible's getting shot at from that left side. This place is a focal point for teams. KOK comes in. Now you got a long-range third party for Team 15. Good thing for C4. They're able to hang in tight. Even though they lost 2 people, you got to know they were going up against one full squad, then they went up against another full squad, and they're holding their own. Cherry coming in. Cherry Blossom's coming in. A knockout's out. Cherry's knocked. Trouble with an Uzi. Might be good for these short range battles. Could work out nicely if he uses a gunplay right. Getting some hits, but look at that. Just flying across the window there. And that is a squad wipe, if at all fancy. C4, this is another test of what they can do. Can they hang on against a third team? Fool takes a ton of damage. He needs to heal. He doesn't have the opportunity to shoot. He's shooting anyway. He gets taken down. That is it for the whole C4 team. Yeah, that's just too much to ask for any team at all. They had literally 3 full squads against them. And there might have been times where the other teams were affected by somebody else, but for the most part, they were dealing with big brunts from those teams. So pretty much, it was pretty much a 4v12 if you want to put it in layman's terms. Heading over to Team 12, let's take a look. Legend, SJ, and SS. They're so far in the south. Look at how nobody is here, and that's kind of a testament to the map as well. If you look around, just from this circle that isn't made yet, but it will be. This is getting more mid-game now, as this circle is forming. There's so many compounds you can still take, and we have 24 different. Ooh, wait, change it up. Team 11 just passing by Team 10 like it's no big deal. Looks like Agent 47 is getting shot at. Cat and Legend taking some hits. Looks like they're able to keep driving away and not getting chased, as far as I can tell. If they get a knockout at this distance, I'd be really surprised. And yeah. Alright, so what I was saying before is that there's so many compounds here. You can go to them, you can hold it. You only need one compound to hold as a team. Anarchy, welcome to the stream. Anarchy 2K. KC pushing 4G. This is going to be a big part of this game. Big part of the whole series. Jay gets knocked down. 4G needs to hold on. This is necessary for them right now. They need to hold on, and they can't. 4G is out. You can pretty much put it on the board that KC has taken the series just based on that outcome. The whole month series led down to that one moment, and KC will take it. 4G needed to make something big. They needed to get first place pretty much, or maybe just get a ton of kills, and they couldn't get that done. KC, on the other hand, is the team that takes them out. That is huge for this. And we're left with 6 different squads now. I don't think even if Kings of Chaos died right now, I don't think they would lose. I can't see how that's even a possibility for the series, by the way. For tonight, I think they would win it regardless anyway for that moment as well. But for the definitely for the whole series, they have solidified their first place. I can't see in another way. I can't calculate how that is possible if they don't win it regardless now. COS, Beretta, Chopstick, Ego, and Toffee. They're going to start moving along. The zone will push them out. They got 2 cars there, so and the snowmobile. They're heading toward SYC, by the way. And they're going to pass by the compound. None of the SYC players are moving. Chopstick stops, and they're not looking. I think SYC was just hoping that they would just go by, and that seems to be exactly what they have done. There's other SOC players that are probably going to head over. Not quite yet, though. Oh, did they stop? They stopped on top. They're not coming down here, though, so I don't think they realize SYC is in this area. There they go. Yeah. Honestly, the rest of the other 2 players, the ones that already went up, would have told the rest if they knew SYC was here. And they wouldn't have gone straight in like that. So, both teams are not going to engage, as long as SYC doesn't. And now that they're leaving, that seems to be pretty clear. There's a drop over here in the water. It has a Groza. I don't think anyone's going to grab this, though. It is just way too far out there, and it's a risky play to go into the water at this point and just grab it. Here's KC again, the team that probably at like 99%, unless something strange that I cannot foresee, has won for the month. And again, I always say probably just to make sure, but probably won the $80 prize pool. Can't see how they didn't, but I'm going to keep using that just in case. They're dealing with the blue zone. Why? This is a team that was ahead of the blue for a while. They have multiple vehicles. I guess they're just thinking, well, just going to grab some loot just in case. It was SYC that trying to drive. So that was a Legends box. Wow. So SYC getting taken down. At least one of their players getting taken down as they drove by the enemies. They heard them pass by. I guess they thought they continued on. Big mistake, apparently, because now they're left with 2 people. We got Cat and Agent 47. They're actually going toward the blue area. They're not heading straight to zone. They're getting chased, apparently. That car is taking a lot of damage. It is starting to burn. Oh, that's not going to help. That definitely did not help. I don't know what their driving rotation was supposed to be. But let's see if they chase this. No. They go inside the compound. Why aren't they not going towards zone? I know there's still a minute, or roughly a minute to get in, but I mean, you can just... Oh, my God. Agent 47 getting hit from stardom. Did not see that coming, actually, at all. Dark Soul pushing. There's Cat right there. I don't think Dark Soul noticed him, though. He goes for the thirst. And he is not noticing Cat. Cat gets up. Cat's getting shot by Dark Soul, and that will be it. Stardom takes a few more kills. Actually, just that's their first two. 2 kills on the board. We're left with 5 total teams now. One team's at the drop in the middle of zone. I think, yeah, they already grabbed it, whatever it is. There's an AUG still left. But they took pretty much everything else. Let's see if we can figure out what they grabbed. I mean, they've definitely took the equipment. So level 3 vest, level 3 helmet. He has an M16, and on his other side, I really can't tell what that is. It kind of looks like UMP, but I don't think it is. I bet it's like an M4 instead. I thought it was like a really souped up UMP. It's an M4. And he's got, I think, as his main weapon, M4 as well. Hard to tell, as the ghillie suit's covering most of the gun. Team 10. COS. There's the car that they were shooting at. They know it. And they're looking around seeing if they can find out where they went. Unfortunately for them, SYC is already out. It's a different team that took them out, and there they are in that distance with their tags STAR representing Stardom unrested. So they're looking up the hill. Team 10 is up there. Looks like they're going to go through Goroka. They are definitely not taking a lot of risk. I think, how many kills? They have 5 kills, which means they got a squad wipe somewhere. And I know they got a kill on one of the SYC players. But for the most part, after that, they have been chilling at the edge of zone every single time. They have ample opportunity to go into the middle if they wanted to. They have the cars to do it. They're opting for sure not to. Which indicates to me they're just trying to get to the end game. They want to avoid as much contact as possible. Stardom, on the other hand, is kind of doing the same. They were looking back, though, at COS. Now they're starting to head out, though, to get into a better position of zone. Shots on that left side. Looks like it was from KC. Yep. Heading dark side and Dark Soul, and Dark Soul gets taken down by Dreco. Cars standing still, and finally they're starting to drive it down. Driving it down the hill is going to be the good option here. Gunshots definitely close to contact, but they were able to get away. Unfortunate for Dark Soul, wasn't able to do as well. Looks like a push from Dreco. There's another push from Dreco, from a teammate for KC. Shots fired from Pablo. Shooting across the trees, thinking there's a player there, but he's not in that spot anymore. Dreco gets starred or finishes up Dark Soul. Pablo's getting shot at. Dreco continues to move forward, using his vehicle to get there quickly. It looks like they're going to try to drive off, and he hears the vehicle, so he wants to stop that from happening. It looks like it's too late, though. I think they were able to back up to that compound. Anarchy is the only one that hasn't been able to do so, but I think they fooled KC into thinking that all of them went down to the compound. So he could really flank this one well if Anarchy plays the cards right. It'll be a hard thing to do. KC seems to have a lot of momentum on their hand where they just continue to push with multiple vehicles. But if KC comes down just straight toward the compound, they also have enemies around them. It seems like that is something they have to be a little weary of. or wary of. They're going straight to zone. They're not even using their vehicles anymore. There was a smoke for that one. Cherry needs to get one person revived. That's alone. Kurama shooting up towards COS. Might have put some damage across the way, but you can see everyone's still alive on that other end. Kurama throwing a smoke on their left side, making sure he has that side protected. He's trying to hit through the trees, not quite making the contact you're looking for. Picks them up, and off they go. We'll see where they head to. Dreco's still on the bottom there. Needs to get... oh, no, he doesn't. He has some mobile. There's another player who needs to get picked up. It looks like they're going to wait for him. And... oh, no, he got... there we go. There he goes. He's off and running. Are they just going to take the underpass? They're going to drive through this. Nope, they're going to take the underpass. This isn't a bad place to hold, obviously, for obvious reasons. It's got some good coverage around the way. And Beretta gets knocked down. As we look out, trying to see where exactly they are. As we back up completely. So far back. Ego is the closest one to Beretta, but Beretta is not getting revived. There's not a chance, so... he's just going to have to die out. And it looks like Ego is going to back off as well. I think he's going to... get back together with this team. Ooh, what the hell? Oh my god. Oh, he did notice him. And SJ could not get the MK to make contact against Chopstick there. He might have had it on single fire because I didn't hear it at all. And that'd be unfortunate if he did have it stuck on single fire. Toffee for COS. Beretta's dead, as we saw before. We'll see what COS can do. So there's Legend SS right there in the shed. But that's the only one left on the team. And they were doing it as a duo this time around. We got Star. Star's in the middle zone. This is beautiful positioning for them. You don't get much better than this. Especially when they're, I think, the only compound left when the new zone closes. So that's going to be huge. It's going to be really tough for any team to cut in. Even with vehicles, they're going to get shot up to have any chance to make contact to that compound. And also, these other teams are battling each other outside of that new zone. So every little bit helps Stardom here. What's going on here with the car? Oh, you got stuck. Do you have a vehicle though, right? They can hit it with the other vehicle. If they really want to give that a... oh, never mind. He's got it out. I'm so confused. But he's out. Draco's knocked, and I think Romero's going to go for that revive. Throws a smoke over. And I think a teammate did the same thing there. Shots fired, and Romero continues to move along. There's a smoke again. That should help with getting there. Ooh. Oh, this is a good spot. And he is safe to get that revive. There's no way Stardom's going to be able to shoot and hit them if they just stay low. All they have to do is stay low. Legend SS, again, by himself. He already lost his teammate. He easily sees them. But again, he does not... obvious. This should be obvious. He does not want to get knocked out. Because if he gets knocked out, that's it. That's it for the team. No more rank points added on. Obviously, no more kill points as well. He continues to push forward. There's so many enemies, though. And he does need to keep moving forward, though, as his zone pushes him. Oh, he doesn't realize. Yep, he did not hear him. He did not see him. And it's unfortunate. I had a feeling he had no idea he was there, and it was pretty obvious. He was just standing behind that wall. I don't think he was paying attention to him until he heard him running in. Draco. Grenade coming around, does not make contact. Draco throws his own and says, hey, you want to play catch? Well, here's mine. Not far enough either, though. Over the wall. So if he was at the wall, that would have been great. But Pablo's in the second floor of that building. Looks like Toffee throws one over, or Anarchy throws one over. Oh, Apollo trying to make something happen there, but just too much to ask for one person. Chopstick, though, gets taken down behind him. I don't think he realized that someone was across the way. Pablo needs to heal. Thirsts happen. Eco's right under an enemy. No, he's right actually under his teammate, I think. No, Anarchy is knocked. There we go. Anarchy is knocked on the second floor. Pablo is by himself now, essentially. Yes, he can pick up Anarchy. That will be tough, though. Cherry Blossom's all over there. And Pablo's just looking over, making sure there's not another squad that affects this battle. KC is right there on that right side. And it looks like Jay is trying to hit Blossoms. He's gonna throw a smoke up. Anarchy is still knocked, but again, he's not going to get revived. That'd be nearly impossible. Jay is definitely has his focus. He's looking over there. He thinks he sees somebody, but he definitely has his focus on Cherry Blossoms, and they are so far out of zone. Just look at the mini map when we head over to them. They are so out of this, and they have a car, but I think the tires are now blown here. Yeah, so they can't use that car even if they wanted to. I think their best bet is to rotate down this hill because KC is really the only team that's focused on them, and KC's not in the buildings, so they can go to this lower part to hide themselves out, at least against KC. And I don't think any of the other teams are looking over. Anarchy is out as he was thirsted, I think probably due to Father Time. Ego's trying to hang on, and he gets taken down as well. I'm trying to look at everything, but oh, there he is. Toffee 1v4. And that is just not the odds you want to put yourself in. Unfortunately, that was the only thing he had. Pablo is not gonna move. He's got next zone too, so he's probably pretty happy about that, hoping for these two battles to happen and to kill one of them off. Oh, Pablo gets hit. I didn't realize Romero's gonna find him. And two teams left now. Planet gets hit, gets knocked. Lift rotating to see Kurama. Kurama gets hit a few, but Lift really needed that knock. And oh, good return from Lift. He's able to hop and get behind the rock. That's a big move here for Lift. Kurama's just telling his teammates, hey, there's one right on me, literally at my rock. And I'm sure they're a little focused to that. Dreco actually just trying to get the revive. That should allow Cherry Blossoms to push forward. They haven't yet. Grenade coming around. Will that hurt anybody here? The blue zone's going to overrun. He's trying to hang on. The grenade didn't do anything and went too far. Another grenade cuts in, but that's not going to do anything either. Lift getting damaged. He's the only one left on the squad. Gets a knock. He needed that one, definitely. Two people left, I think, for KC. Both of them in the red as far as health. Lift also in the red, but he's got a med kit. He's going to get back up. Thurston is killed. Dreco is healing slowly. I think he's running a booster through his vein. He saw Dreco leave. Romero is, I think, still looking. Oh, Romero's knocked. I didn't realize that, and he's not going to get picked up. Wow. Great work, by the way. This is amazing work from Cherry Blossoms. You know how hard it is to get out of that position to push forward against what is going to be the winners of this series? That is like picking yourself up from an amazing spot. I can't even explain in words how hard that was. And now it seems like they're going to win as well. Dreco puts the first person perspective. It should be better for short range. And he does get one. Can he get two? There he is. Getting hit hard. He switches gun. Drop shot. No, that is not going to work. And I actually do. I love that outcome because it definitely gives Cherry Blossoms the victory. A well-earned one, I think so, for sure. As that push up through behind them with the blue zone, there's barely any coverage. They were able to get 4 out of, I think they had 3 on their own side. I think Cherry Blossoms had 3. KC definitely had 4 on their side. And they were able to push over the line and get to the last remaining KC player. That is amazing work from them. Anyway, that was the last match, by the way. We'll be going over the results, and then we'll kind of talk a little bit after. So before I even do that, I do want to say, before you go, thank you for joining in. Thank you for being here. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a follow and subscribe on Twitch, YouTube, and Omelet Arcade. If you liked it on YouTube, there's an easy button for that. Hit like, and I would appreciate that. Leaving 10 likes will make me do a very cringy dab at the end of it. So if you do that, I will do that. So let's go over the results, and as I said, we'll do a little bit more. A little bit more talking. We'll do 5 here. We got 5 for Cherry alone, and then 5 for Lift as well, making a team total of 10. Good job reaching double digit and getting first place. KC with 6 from Dreco, 1 apiece from Karama, Romero, and Jay. Team total there of 9. They got second place twice, first place once. You can't go wrong with those numbers. Stardom coming in with 3 total kills, with Dark Soul, Pablo, and Apollo each getting 1. Thank you, gamer Andre. Thank you for joining in. COS coming in with 6 from Chopstick. Well done. A team total also of 9. Legends coming in with 0. SYC coming in with 0. 4 Gamers with 0. C4 with 5 kills. Good job. KOK, or Kings of Chaos, coming in with 2 from Cusco. Team total 4. 187 with 3 total kills. SON with 7 total kills. HP coming in with 0. Executioner's Blade with 0. And Meeseeks coming in with 0 at the end there. So there you go. There you go. If you guys want to compete in this, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Hit the Discord link below in the description and in the About page. If you're watching from Omelet, you can go to my profile. The link is all there. The one that says Discord, click it. You'll be brought to a Naked Esports Discord server. From there, you claim the role PUBG Mobile, and you can sign up your squad for next week. I'll be opening up, actually, the registration process right when I'm done with this stream, so in a few moments. So if you're watching live, you'll know it once you get notified in Discord. So make sure right now, join Discord. That's pretty much it. I mean, we have these every week. You can sign up. We have COD Mobile ones as well. That'll be the next event that we have, as today. Yeah, today is Friday. Definitely the next time we're streaming is going to be on Tuesday. But we may be doing some streams beforehand. So as I said, if you follow, you'll be able to see notifications on that. All right, that's it. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Make sure you're staying safe from COVID. Keep your family safe by wearing masks and staying 6 feet away in public. And then you're all good. All right. See ya. Peace. Have a good night.